Okay, you guys, so I had to do a quick little video meeting and I hit the wrong button, so this video is now in two parts. So, what you see here is the finished sausage stuffing crumble. What I did was I let it cool a little bit. I did add some salt. I didn't salt it at first because um I had already created the patties and I had already made the bread and they were already seasoned, so I didn't want to overdo it. That is one of the tips that I learned from my many mentors of many years of watching PBS cooking shows growing up. And I learned that from watching Julia Child, bless her heart, rest her in peace. You can always add more salt, but once it's in there, you cannot take it away. Okay, so I didn't want to overdo it and I didn't want it to be salty because I do want all of these wonderful natural flavors of the earth to come out. So that is here. What I did do, because it was very crumbly from the type of bread that I used, was I had some tahini that I had made. And so I mixed that in with it to kind of bind together the stuffing mixture. And so over here on my cutting board, you see my little peppers. See how cute they are? They so beautiful. Yeah. So I stuffed those. I cleaned them out and stuffed them. And then so I have this pepper here. So I am going to try my hardest to show you how I stuff this whilst holding this camera in an angle that you can actually see. So I'm going to take my filling and put it inside of the pepper, and I'm just going to make sure I fill it all the way in all those cavities, because I want to have a fully stuffed pepper, right? This is so weird to see it on camera and not like see it like right up there. So as I stuff, I'm kind of like pressing it down in there to make sure I get up in all those crevices. So let me do that and then I will come right back. Okay guys, so you see here that I have stuffed all of my little small peppers and I've stuffed my larger pepper. And so everything is all stuffed, and then the leftovers that I have put into a freezer bag. I'm going to squeeze the air out of it, but for the purposes of filming, I put the date on there and I put what it is, and I'm going to save that. We don't waste anything, do we? No, we do not. That could be used to stuff more peppers later. It could be used to make some type of bread roll up. You could use it in a filling for dressing or stuffing if you wanted to. There's lots of different things you could do with it. If you wanted to mix it into a batter and make like some savory cakes for like a bread option for dinner, lots of things that you can do with that. Okay, maybe we'll do some experimenting with that later on, but that is what I'm going to do with that. So what I am going to do, how I'm going to cook this, is because I want to give the idea, the feeling, the flavor of eating outside, maybe from a grill or something like that, which is why, if you remember, I used the smoked pepper and the smoked paprika to give it like that outdoorsy kind of flavor. So what I'm doing is the same skillet that I made the stuffing in. I'm going to then take these peppers and put them back in that same skillet. And so I'm just going to cook them in the skillet and let them kind of brown, and I'll turn them as they brown and get little char marks and things on them. So once that starts happening, then I'll bring you guys back in, okay? Okay guys, so I have turned them once. They're in the skillet. If you look, you can see on the yellow ones that they're starting to get a good char. That's a good start. And then my green one, because it's right in the center. See how it's starting to char on the bottom? Yes, that's what we want. So what I'm going to do is put just a drop of oil in the pan, and then I'm going to use this foil to like create a tent, because I don't have a cover for this pan. I don't want to steam them. I do want the char, but I don't want them to burn. I want them to maintain some of their texture and their firmness, but I want them to not be raw, if that makes sense. The stuffing is cooked, but I want the outside of the pepper to get a nice texture and a good look on them. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll come back. All right, y'all, look, I'm getting such a good char. I added just a touch of oil. I'm trying to turn this over and hold the camera at the same time. Yes, looking beautiful. Huh? It's beautiful. Beautiful. Turn the vent off. I turned the vent on because I don't want my smoke alarm going off. Y'all see that good char up over there? The only thing is, like, as it's as the peppers are cooking, they're constricting, and so some of the stuffing is coming out, but that's okay. It's gonna be all right, y'all. Yes, look at that. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to cover it, let it go for a couple more minutes. The only thing about the large pepper is that I can't really get the char. Y'all hear that sizzle? It's because the water inside of the peppers as it's cooking is coming out, and it's like reacting with the oil. You know, oil and water don't mix, huh? So, yes, look at that good char, huh? That good char, yes. Char's flavor, I say. Okay, so I'm going to tint this back over, let it go for a couple more minutes, and then I'll come back. Okay, guys, so you see here that some of my stuffing came out again. It's okay, but you see the wonderful char that I got on my peppers. It's so awesome. Look at that long skinny one. Like, it's like constricting, so it's like the stuffing is just like oozing out of it. That's so funny. But so this is what we have. So what I'm going to do is turn the heat off. I'm going to tint it while I do something else, and just let the heat that's in it kind of like cook it on all sides, especially that big one, because I don't, like I said, want it to be raw. I'm not going to add any more oil to the pan. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to kind of like evenly move them around and let the heat distribute, and then I'm going to tint it over and just leave it and let it cool completely until I put it away, and then I'll kind of show you. I do have an idea. So I'll show you one of the ideas that I have to do with these stuffed peppers, okay? One of the things I want to mention too is that I use tahini because that's what I had on hand, but if you wanted to go for a completely different flavor profile, you could use barbecue sauce. If you have a dip in your refrigerator that you like the flavor of, if you wanted to use that, child, please use whatever you want, okay? It's all about what you like and how you want it to go. Okay, so we'll check back. Okay, you guys, so the peppers finished cooking. So this is one idea that I had, is to use them as a part of a salad. So I have here with some toasted pita bread, some sliced apples, and the peppers are here on top of this wonderful, beautiful, yummy and delicious bed of lettuce. If I had some onions, I'd definitely add that. You can add the salad dressing of your choice. I definitely would suggest something with lime, since we use those chipotle seasonings and things like that. So this is one idea. For the large green pepper, I probably would use that as an entree, maybe some cauliflower rice, some carrots. If I did some zoodles maybe on top of that. So this is just an idea of what you can do. Just because you have things left over, don't throw them away. Keep them and use them and make something yummy and delicious. So this is it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Use what you have. Good night from The Gold Standard.